Yes. Now today our topic is uniform acceleration. Our previous topic was what? Uniform motion. Okay, after that, our next chapter or topic you can say uniform acceleration is there, and the unit name is kinematics. Unit name is kinematics. Now, as you know, what is acceleration? What is acceleration? As you know very well, rate of change in velocity. Rate of change in velocity is called acceleration, and it has formula v minus u upon t. What is v minus u? Change in velocity. How much velocity is changed by the object, and t is time interval. Okay, and we have already discussed two or more things for that. One is, in case of speed increasing, acceleration is non-zero. In case of speed decreasing, then acceleration is non-zero. Okay, if an object changing direction continuously, okay, speed same, and changing direction continuously. In this case also acceleration is non-zero. There are three conditions in which acceleration is non-zero. And whenever the acceleration is zero, you have to remember this thing. Whenever acceleration is zero, when an object is at rest, and another thing is in uniform motion. Uniform motion. But in straight line or fixed direction. Fixed direction. Okay. If an object is moving with constant velocity or speed, you can say in, okay, then acceleration is also zero. Okay. And you had proved this thing also previously whenever we were studying about physical quantity. Okay, in that situation. Now, what is acceleration? Acceleration is rate of change in velocity. Now, what is uniform acceleration? What is uniform acceleration? Uniform acceleration is what? Equal change in velocity in equal interval of time. In equal time interval. Okay, in equal time interval. Then we can say the object is in uniform acceleration. And one thing is also there. There are two types of acceleration, positive and negative. You know very well, positive acceleration is but when the speed is increasing. Negative acceleration is when the speed is in decreasing. It is also called retardation and deceleration. You know the another name of negative acceleration? Retardation and deceleration. You know these things. All these things you can see in the PDF or no. Uniform acceleration. After uniform acceleration, what is variable acceleration? What is variable acceleration? Or non-uniform acceleration, you can also say like this, non-uniform acceleration or variable whose value is changes, variable acceleration. Now, what is the definition for this? You can write unequal change in velocity in equal interval of time. Equal time interval. But you can also take this formula in another way, equal change in velocity. Unequal interval of time. Unequal interval of time or time interval. Okay. You know the meaning of these two? Unequal change in velocity or equal interval of time, or equal change in velocity, unequal time interval. All these things you have studied about in 9th class. If you have any query in this, you can ask, okay, by messaging me. After that, what is instantaneous acceleration? Okay, something is new for you. Instantaneous. As the name is given, instantaneous. At any instant, what is the value of acceleration? How much velocity is changing at that time? No issue is this. A body is in rest before this or after this, or have very less acceleration is this. At any instant, if you are checking, then this type of acceleration is called instantaneous acceleration. Okay. Instantaneous. Okay. Instantaneous acceleration. What is the definition of this? Instantaneous acceleration. When an object is moving with variable acceleration, then the object possesses different acceleration at different instants. Okay. When an object moving with different accelerations, then it has different acceleration at different instants, means different times, you can say. Now the definition for this is the acceleration of the object at a given instant of time or at a given point of motion is called instantaneous acceleration. Means it is not a true acceleration of the object when it is moving. Okay, it depends on you at what time you are taking the value of acceleration. Okay, so this is instantaneous acceleration. Now let us take an numerical for it, because the numerical of these are very, very important. The displacement of a particle. Let us take a numerical for this. The displacement of a particle moving along x-axis is given by x-axis is given by an equation is given here. X is equal to 18t plus 5t square. 18t plus 5t square. Calculate first question, the instantaneous velocity. The instantaneous velocity when at t is equal to 2 seconds, because at a particular time you can take this value. Instantaneous velocity, either velocity or acceleration. Now second question is what? Second question is average velocity between t is equal to 2 seconds and t is equal to 3 seconds. This is your another question. Now the third question is, okay. Now the third question is instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration you have to also calculate, and no time is given. If time is given, this thing is very correct for us, but now the time is not given. Let us see why this time is not given. Let us see this. Okay. Solution. For this type of numerical, firstly, you have to take this equation x is equal to 18t plus 5t square. Here, what is x? X is displacement. Okay. X is displacement. T is time. T is time. So this is distance or displacement, you can say. Then how can you convert this displacement in velocity? By differentiation. By differentiation. If we are differentiating both left hand side and right hand side, this term become dx by dt. With respect to time, distance upon time is what? Velocity. And now take its differentiation also. What is the power of t? 1. 18 is constant. Now write 18 in this way, and 1 comes before the time, and power will be less in 1. 1 power is less in its power, means 1 minus 1. Plus 5. These two will be the coefficient of this t, and the power will be 2 minus 1. Okay. In this way, you have to take the differentiation of this equation. Now, velocity equation is what? 18 t raised to the power 0 plus 5 into 2, 10 t raised to the power 1. Now, this equation becomes 18 t raised to the power 0 is 1. Now, 18 plus 10 t. Now, this is the equation for calculating velocity. This is equation for calculating displacement. Now, what is acceleration? Okay, what is acceleration? Acceleration is also differentiation of velocity. Velocity upon time, change in velocity upon time interval. dv is what? Change in velocity. dt is what? Time interval. But in case of differentiation, this thing we have to take for acceleration. Now, again, differentiating this thing, there is no t. So, differentiation of 18 is 0. Plus, what is the power of t here? 1. Now, 1 comes before the t, and power will be less in number 1. You have 1 number. Now, acceleration is equal to 10 t raised to the power 0. Only 10 is there. Now, unit of acceleration you know very well, 10 meter per second square. This is instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration. Your third question answer is this. Now, this is third question. Third answer. Now, where the first and second? What is the first question? Calculate the instantaneous velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds. This is velocity at any instant. At any instant means here t is equal to 2 seconds. You have to put in this equation. Now velocity is equal to 18 plus 10 into 2. What is now 10, 18 plus 20 and 38 meters per second is the next answer. Okay, this is your answer of question number 2. No, question number 1. Now, what is question number 2? average velocity between t is equal to 2 seconds and 3 seconds. Average velocity formula is what? Average velocity. If distance you have, total distance covered in total time, then at 2 seconds, let us take this equation. X is equal to 18t plus 5t square at 2 seconds and at 3 seconds. What is the position of this object? We can take x1, okay, 18, put the value of t here, 2 plus 5 into 2 square. For this, 18, 3 plus 5 into 3 square. Now, this is the value of x2. Okay. At 2 seconds, the object will reach at a distance 36 plus 5 into 4. 20 plus 36 is what? 56 meters. Now, after 2 seconds, it will be at 56. Now, after 3 seconds, it will be at 18 3 is 54. 5 into 3 square, 9. 9 5 is 45. Now, 549, 549, 99 meters. Now, this is the position of object after 2 seconds and 3 seconds. But during this time, 2 seconds to 3 seconds, time interval is only 1 second. In this 1 second, how much displacement is covered by the object? x2 minus x1. It gives you the actual displacement in time interval 2 seconds to 3 seconds. Okay. Now, how can you take this value? 99 minus 54, sorry, 56 and 49 minus 6, 43 meters. I hope 43 meter is this. Yes or no? 43? Yes. Now, for average velocity, displacement upon time, 43 meter upon 1 second, and your answer will be 43 meter per second. This is your answer of question second. Note it. Note कीजिए इसको. This type of numericals are very, very important for you, for your examination as well as for competition exam also. Now another question. Similar question is this. Now I am taking another numerical for you of this type. Again this type. But little bit of difference is there. Now write down the equation. The velocity of a particle is given by. Can I take this in short form? Velocity of particle is given. V is equal to 3t square plus 6. Here centimeter per second is also given because velocity is this now. Okay, you can take this one is in meter. Okay, then you can write in the answer meter per second like. Okay, this is velocity 3t square plus 6. Find the change in velocity of particle during the time interval t1 2 seconds and t2 4 seconds. First question, find change in velocity. Okay, delta v you can write here, or v2 minus v1 you can also write here. In between time interval t1 2 seconds and T2 4 seconds. In short, I am taking all the values. Second, the average acceleration during the same interval. Second question is average acceleration during the same interval. Same interval means T1 2 seconds and T2 4 seconds. Now the third question in this case is what? Instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration. But here time is given. T is equal to 4 seconds. You can observe this thing. In this case, there is no need of time because all the term of time is cancelled during the differentiation. No T is left. But in this case, he knows, examiner knows, there will be need of time in the last. That's why value is given here. T is equal to 4 seconds. Okay. Am I clear? Good. Now, first question is what? We have to calculate. We have to calculate what? Change in velocity. V2 minus V1. Then how can you take this value? You know this is V. This is T1, T2. Now, in solution, V1 is equal to 3. What is the value of T? 2 square plus 6. And 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12 plus 6, 18 centimeter per second. Now, similarly, we can take the value of V2 also. 3 V2 time T2 4 seconds. We have to put here plus 6 is equal to 4 4s are 16. 16 3s are 48 plus 6 and it will be 54 centimeter per second. Now this is V1, this is V2. How can you take the value of change in velocity? Delta V, change in velocity, we can take by this relation V2 minus V1. That is 54 centimeter per second minus 18 centimeter per second. And we get 36 centimeters per second. This is the answer of your first question. First question answer is this. Now, what is another question? What is second question? Second question is, at the same time interval, we have to take the value of average acceleration. Average acceleration is what? For average acceleration, A2 minus A1 upon time interval. And this time interval, how can you take? By T2 minus T1. Okay? Okay, T2 minus T1. You can write. In this also, you can take this thing, T2 minus T1. No problem is there because T is the time interval. Now, what is the value of A2 and A1? There is no value of A. Now, differentiating this equation, dV by dt is equal to what? Acceleration. And what is the differentiation of this equation? dV by dt is A. Okay. Now, differentiation of this equation is 2 comes here, 2 3s are 6. T power 1 will be less in one number. Now 6. 6 differentiation is 0. Now this equation becomes 2 3s are 6 T power 60 only. Now what is the value of A1 and A2? A1 is equal to 6 into, what is the time interval? 2 seconds. 6 into 2, 12 centimeters per second square. Now similarly, what is the value of A2? 6 into T2 is 4. Now 24 centimeters per second square. This is the value of A. Now we can calculate the value of average acceleration by putting the value of A1, A2 and T1, T2 in this relation. Okay, this is the formula for calculating average acceleration. Similarly, average velocity. Now you can put here. Okay, here. What is A2? 24 minus what is A1? 12 upon what is T2 minus T1? T2 minus T1. 4 second minus 2 second. Okay, 4 minus 2. Now 12 upon 2. 6. Only 6 is there. Yes. Average acceleration. Sorry, V2 minus V1. Formula is not. Yes. What I am taking. V2 minus V1. There is no need of A2 minus A1 because change in velocity upon time is the formula for that. Na? What is V2 minus V1? 54 minus 18. Okay. 36 upon 2. Now the answer is 18 centimeter per second square. 54 minus 18. Yes. In this way we have to solve. There is no need of this thing for this. Okay. Now our third question is what? Third question is instantaneous acceleration at t is equal to 4 seconds. T is equal to 4 seconds. Now, okay. अपनी मेहनत खराब नहीं गई. Acceleration पूछ लिया है. Now the acceleration is dv by dt 60. A is equal to 60. This is the equation. But we have to calculate the instantaneous acceleration at t is equal to 4 seconds. T is equal to 4 seconds, not on t is equal to 2 seconds. Okay, in this way, if we are putting the value t is equal to 4 seconds, then we can take the value of instantaneous acceleration in this way. 6 into 4, 24 centimeters per second. This is your answer. Okay. At t is equal to 3 seconds, he can also ask at t is equal to 3 seconds, t is equal to 2 seconds. Okay. This is the question. Okay. Now the next thing is what? Formula for uniform accelerated motion along a straight line. You know the equation of motion? In 9th standard, you had studied all these formulae. V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. All these three formulas are for uniform accelerated body. For a body which are in the motion, uniform acceleration, which have uniform acceleration. Which have uniform acceleration. You have studied equation of motion formulae. Now, in this, we are driving all these three formulas, but in different methods. Okay, in different method, you can say also. Let us take a point. This is for observer, or you can take a reference point. O is this. Here the time is 0. T value is 0. At a distance x1, suppose an object is A. Okay. Okay. An object is moving from O to A, x1 distance, and the time taken for this is t1. If this object is moving to point B and time taken by this is t2, and the distance from there is 4x2. Okay, it will be along x-axis in a straight path, you can say. In this, you have to take velocity time relation. You have to drive velocity time relation. How can you drive this relation in this situation? When an object is at point O, the velocity is zero. Initial velocity is zero in this case. Okay, but at T1 and T2, the velocity is V1 and V2. V1 and V2 at the point A and B. Here, velocity is V1, velocity is V2. But at time T0, there is no velocity, the initial velocity, or you can say rest, an object is at rest. Now take acceleration of the object in this case. For AB. Now acceleration we can take by the formula V2 minus V1 upon T2 minus T1. Okay, for A and B. In between these 2 points A and B, I am taking the formula for acceleration. Now by cross multiply, this becomes A T2 minus T1 is equal to V2 minus V1. In this way, we can write this equation. Okay. Now, the thing is what? Suppose V1 is equal to U and V2 is equal to V. What is the meaning of this? If I am taking the point A at the origin, means at its initial velocity, then what is the condition? Then our V1 becomes U, V2 becomes V, and T1 becomes 0, means T. T1 becomes T, and T2 we can take T. There is no need of 1 and 2 in this condition, because at here U, this is T. You can take a rest at rest, or you can take value of U here U. Okay. Now this becomes this and this becomes V. So in this way, you have to consider or suppose these things at the last. Now put these things in this equation. A, what is the value of T2? T minus what is value of T1? 0. Is equal to what is the value of V2? V minus what is the value of V1? U. Now this is V minus U, this is AT. In this way, we can take the formula V is equal to U plus AT. This is your first equation. Now, in this way, we can take position time relation. How can you calculate this? How can you determine this equation? Firstly, what is average velocity here in these 2 points? V average x2 minus x1 upon T2 minus T1. This is the formula for calculating average velocity. Okay. Now cross multiply it. This thing become V T2 minus T1 x2 minus x1. In this way, you can write this thing. Okay. Now, but average velocity is what? Average velocity is what? If V1 and V2 both are in same line, okay, then we can take this V average V1 plus V2 by 2. Okay, this is also the formula for calculating average velocity. In the same direction, have different velocity. Okay, then you can take one, and this thing is there. X2 minus X1. Okay, X1, if we are taking this point at and this point is V2 is V, then X2 minus X1 is what? X2 minus X1 is displacement. You know this thing. You can take this thing by x, because T1 is what? Okay, multiply, oh sorry, solve this thing. Solve this thing first. How? V1 plus what is the value of V2? V2 here V2 is this minus V1 plus a T2 minus T1. Okay, this value of V2 you have to put here. V1 plus a T2 minus T1 upon 2 T2 minus T. Now V1 plus V1, 2V1 plus a T2 minus T1, T2 minus T1 upon 2 is equal to F. Now this is the last step. 2 to 2 cancel. V1 plus a by 2 T2 minus T1 and here T2 minus T1 in bracket and that is there. Now again put V1 is what? U plus a by 2. T2 is what? T. T1 instead of T1 0. As previous you have to put all these values. T1 is 0, T2 is T, V1 is U. Okay, and here what is this? T minus 0 is equal to F. Now there is no need of this 0. Multiply all these. Ut plus at square by 2 is equal to F. Okay, in last we have to put all these values. T1 is this and T2 is this. V1 is U and V2 is V. Okay, now in this way you can derive the second formula for equation of motion. Now the third case will be studied tomorrow.